everybody, this is the Alex Manassa, here to talk to you about a little bit more on the Libertarian Party. Now, when I was a kid, in the Ron Paul days, I was a Libertarian, right? A lot of teenagers were, especially the teenagers that were very rational, scientific, anti-war, really questioned the very basis of our government. And that's something that we all should be doing, is questioning, why do we have this? It shouldn't be why not, it should be why do we, right? Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about how do we show support for your party, right? Okay, so ways to show support for your party. Loyalty to the party. Obviously, if you're a Libertarian, you should vote Libertarian. Fiercely go on the offensive. Don't ever let the Republicans or Democrats get away with anything, right? You hold them to task and you go after them. And you emphasize that. That's really important. You emphasize going on the offensive. Now, never disrespect your mascots or leaders. We support him or her no matter what. Joe Jorgensen, whoever the candidate is, that's the person we support. We're going with them. They're the best no matter what. Okay, so that's how you support your brand. Now, let me show you something. How do you kill your political party? Okay, why am I just transitioning here? Because each one of these is a exact correspondence to the previous three things I just said. If you always support them no matter what, you're going to have poor leadership. It's going to foster poor leadership. If you continue to support the party and have loyalty, all right? Loyalty is the worst thing you can be if you want things to improve. You should be conditional. Your loyalty is conditional, okay? Leave the loyalty to the knights and samurais of old and see how that, what that does to their leadership, right? You have conditional loyalty. You do these things or I'm out, right? When Joe Jorgensen said it's not enough to be not racist, we have to be anti-racist or something to that effect. I don't have the exact wording, so give a little bit of benefit of the doubt there, that I might be wrong a little bit, but she said anti-racist. That is a big red flag to a lot of libertarians. She lost a lot of votes. She probably lost, if I were to just make up an estimate, she probably lost at least 10%. At least 10% of the libertarian vote. If I were to be even more outlandish, I could even make the estimate about 50%. That is not something you want to do. Imagine if a major political candidate, the Joe Bidens or the Donald Trumps, said something that made them lose 10% of the support. That'd be insane, okay? Focus on attacking, not on building. There is no platform that I can look at and say, okay, this is going to go better, right? This is going to be a better way of doing things, right? I watched Joe Jorgensen on the Rubin Report, and all she did was tear into Trump for not doing a good enough of a job. Like, you didn't get us out of the wars fast enough, even though you're making progress. You didn't, lower taxes enough, even though you did lower them for most people. You didn't get rid of the deficit or stop the deficit, right? Well, the president's not in charge of passing budgets, actually. If you know anything about government, you should know that the president does not pass budgets. And Congress is controlled by the Democrats right now. So I don't even know where that... Anyways, all of these different things are criticisms. Nobody wants to have a critic as the leader. Nobody wants critics as leaders. It is a losing strategy. If you focus on attacking, if you go after... I'm going to fiercely go after these people and hold them accountable. You need to hold yourself accountable, because you're not going to win any votes doing that. You're going to get some sort of you're going to get some dissidents who are also complaining about it, but you're not going to get people who are looking for real solutions, okay? People are going to pick the lesser of two evils, which, by the way, I hate that phrasing. Everyone is evil. Everyone has stuff they don't agree with, right? So as soon as, the perfect person comes in to represent us, then I'll take all right, I'll take a look at that. But right now, I haven't really seen a whole lot of things that make me say, oh yeah, Joe Jorgensen's better than Donald Trump. I haven't seen a single thing. All I hear right now is vague values of oh, this person did something wrong. I was like, well, what are you doing right? Have you done hiring and firing? Have you run an organization? Have you balanced a major budget? I would like to, I haven't done a lot of looking into it, right? Because I don't really, use up my time researching things that I don't think are going to work out. So I haven't done a lot of research on Joe Jorgensen. I know she's a psychologist, I guess department head or something like that, or it's at Clemson University. That is not a huge... I kind of stopped there. I was like, okay, nope, all right. What companies did you run? What governing bodies have you been a part of? What cities have you run? Any states you've run? Have you run a state before? That'd be really helpful. Nope. All right. I put everything else sort of on a pile below that. And because you support your mascots, there's extremely poor marketing right now. Right now, the image of the Libertarian as this like, if you want to know what the common American thinks a Libertarian looks like, go watch Tiger King, because that's pretty much the accurate image. Tons of guns, total irresponsible ownership of things. Now, it might be responsible. I'm just telling you the perception that it doesn't look like a lot of the stuff is responsible. Okay? And if you want to be a leader, you have to make things look responsible. So if you're saying freedom, 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 I'm a big fan of iterative, continual improvement to get up there. Okay? I'm not a big fan of let's all just jump off the cliff together. Mentally wise. I'm not saying that becoming a full libertarian is going to be a cliff that we're going to all splatter on, but I think we should climb slowly down the cliff rather than just leap all at once. That's just me, and it also happens to be almost every voter. The poor marketing that the Libertarian Party has done for itself has really done itself in. The lack of questioning of the leadership. Some people do complain about Joe Jorgensen inside the Libertarian Party. That's great, but I haven't really heard anything substantial about policies. And I'm not a political guy. I haven't been political since Ron Paul. And guess what? Ron Paul had policies. Now, some of them turned out to be kind of crazy, like the gold standard. I don't think that would fly. But I want to talk about policies, right? I don't want to hear criticisms of other... I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Me and most voters, I think, are done with it. We're so done with hearing criticisms of everyone else as a justification for why we should hire you. If I'm going in for a job interview, I don't just go and start trashing your current employees and saying, they're a bunch of losers. They don't do this right. They don't do that right. You say what you can do, and you say things that you can actually do in the term that I've given you. All right? I give you this position for this long. You're going to make this happen. Easy enough, right? Some food for thought. Hopefully you guys think about it long and hard and make a political party that I think is going to represent the American values of liberty, freedom, personal choice, personal sovereignty, and I think we'll be a better country for it. But right now, I just don't see the direction the Libertarian Party is going as one that's going to get us there. So, shape up. All right, this has been the Alex Manassa. Bye.